Hi Molly, this is Miro, and today we are trying out a Loping Hackamore with a jute rein. And this is the first time I've tried a Loping Hackamore on him. It's more of a bosal type in that all the pressure of the reins comes from the bottom, but they are split. They're not quite the same as bosal. So we're going to start out by trying a couple of different exercises. Now the first exercise I'm going to ask for is I'm going to reach up and ask him to go ahead and give me his head. So a direct rein approach, reach up, he gives me his head. Now he'll give to me laterally. Now I got to try a different approach. So I'm going to bump the rein to ask him to give me his head. So I'm going to bump, 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 bump until he gives me his head. All right. So the difference was I reached up and pulled in a direct rein. This is more of a bump to get him to give me his head. All right. So again, we asked him to give his head laterally first with a direct rein and pull, and the second with an intermittent pressure bumping of the reins. Reins are jute, so they're pretty heavy. So now I'm going to ask for a direct rein, give laterally of the head. There we go. That was nice. And then we're going to try a different technique, which is going to be an intermittent pressure pulling up. So he kind of pulled away from me a little bit. So bump, bump, bump until he gives. Okay. So your two different types of rein pressure again are direct pressure and a pull. And then again, on the other side, bump, 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 bump until he gives. So both sides are going to be used. Now, no matter what you try, when you get that horse's head all the way in, the horse needs to do a one rein stop. So that's our next exercise. With any rein, any setup you do, you need to make sure you give a one rein stop. So what a one rein stop is, it's that direct pressure, reach down, pull the horse's head over till they give, and whoa, they stop. All right, that is your emergency brake. Always check your emergency brakes because, you know, if it's been a month, sometimes they forget a little bit. So remember, let's check your emergency brake on the right. So that's going to be the one rein stop. I'm going to check just by using that. Now the bump, bump, bump. The first was the intermittent. Now intermittent pressure. I'm going to bump, 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 bump until he gets and stops. So I'm using those same motions, direct rein pressure, and then that intermittent pressure bump, bump, bump to do my one rein stop. So what you do on one side, you do on the other. So now reach up, direct rein, whoa, one rein stop, walk off, good boy. Get my circle going. He knows I'm about to do something, so he's kind of walking off. Now we'll do the one rein stop with the bump, bump, bump. So reach up and bump, 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 bump. He stops and then gives me his head. That's going to be really good. Now we're going to work on a stop that's going to be directly off the nose. So use the fence for this. Get straight towards the fence and whoa with the seat. Once he stops, pull directly back and ask for a back up straight until he gives his head. Back, 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 back. That's good. Now release. So walk forward, use the fence, whoa with my seat, and then bump, bump, bump back with my seat and with my legs until, there we go, we get his head in a really nice tucked position. There. Once we do that, we relax. Okay, the next exercise I'm going to use is I'm going to take advantage of having a scratchy rein. Now, Makate reins, or these jute reins, are great for neck reining. That's because they're kind of irritating and the horse will walk off the neck. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the horse and I'm going to rock back. So, whoa, rock back, back. Now I'm going to add button number 1 and indirect rein and try to get a 180. All right? So we'll use the fence. I'm going to walk off the fence, Back 5 feet. Now I stop. Whoa. Back up. Back. Now I get back. Now into the fence, button number 1, and use my rein. Walk straight towards you. Whoa. Back up. Come on, back. There we go. Now inside foot, button number 1, and do a roll back. So, ooh. This being the first time we've tried these, I think he's done really well. This just gives you kind of an idea. Loping Hackamore is slightly different than other Hackamores, and he kind of liked it, don't you think so? Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video, and if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and remember to see more about different types of bitless bridles. Check out our Bitless Bridles playlist.